Can you put her picture back up? She deserves to be on the pyramid. She was in the group dance.
She deserves nothing.
Well, I'm sure this won't have any adverse effects on her future.
You can't stand here and cry. I want no crying children.
There's a child in my house. Who let you in?
You.
When I first signed with Columbia, I said I want to start a new genre of music. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop. And they were like, what's that? And I was like, it's like K-pop, right? But it's gay pop.
In this video, we'll be looking at Jojo Siwa, who is going through a very public rebrand. But this rebrand is being used to hide something. And the things that are being hidden are quite disturbing. Oh! Hello everyone, I'm Alex. And I'm back like a boomerang. See this boomerang I've got here? They always come back, don't they? Oh god, that's like an 8-year-old woman. Oh, and an XL bully. Oh no, maybe I've saved her. Oh no, I haven't. It's hit a small child. Oh no, that's not a child, that's a dwarf.
I'm not a child, I'm a dwarf!
Oh god. And it's not come back. Maybe not everything deserves a comeback. We're talking about Jojo Siwa today. Jojo Siwa has rebranded, is what I'm trying to say. And the rebrand is fascinating. That's the word we'll use.
Honestly, I wanted to make art that made people go, what?
This rebrand kind of came to people's attention when a video went viral of Jojo Siwa talking about her kids' names. Now, Jojo Siwa doesn't have kids. You haven't aged by 5 or 10 years. No, she's already tattooed them on her body so that she's got the names there forever and they're permanently engraved in her before she's even had them. Oh, by the way, she wants 3 kids. This is normal. This is what normal people do. This is what people do who are definitely mentally well.
This one's dedicated to my baby girl one day. Her name is Freddie. Then this is dedicated to twin boys, Eddie and Teddy.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. I want 3 babies. I have my sperm donor lined up.
Oh, okay. That's too much information, Jojo. I don't like this rebrand. Like, I know people go for a rebellious phase. I guess she feels like she's doing her Miley Cyrus thing. I don't really feel like it's working. It's just making me feel uncomfortable. I'm not going, oh wow, cool. I'm going, she tattooed what? She did what? She has what lined up? I don't need to know that.
This isn't gonna make me want to listen to your music.
It's just shocking, okay? It's not a big deal. It's just personally something where I look at and I go, okay, Jojo, save that for a podcast or something. It's just crazy because Jojo is barely even into her 20s.
Dream guest on my podcast.
And the stuff that she has come out and said recently just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't think this is something that maybe she should be doing right now. I think she should probably be thinking about the treatment of other children that have happened on her TV show. And maybe also to do with being friends with Colleen Ballinger, Shane Dawson, and James Charles.
The work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible.
I shouldn't have met up with those kids. I shouldn't have messaged them shit. I'm a YouTube queen anyway. Read my book, see it's all okay.
What?
I think this is a step that doesn't need to be taken right now. Oh, did I say bring it up on a podcast? Don't worry, she already has.
I cannot wait to have babies. I want to have so many.
You'd be such a good fun mom.
So fun.
Such a fun mom.
I can't wait. I feel like I'll have kids pretty early.
Now look, there's nothing wrong with wanting to grow up and having kids. I'm joking around and very much taking the mick here, because it's just very fascinating to see this all happen very quickly when it seemed like a few years ago she was wearing giant bows and dancing around. But what fascinates me is Jojo Siwa's attitude towards other children, especially children that are currently meant to be technically in her care. Because Jojo Siwa has a TV show, or had a TV show. It didn't go on for many seasons. And I think we're about to find out why.
I love Jojo like my whole entire life. I want to be her one day. I've always wanted to be a pop star. This is my dream. I want to be famous.
And the TV show was basically her building up like a pop band of girls. And it actually has become her YouTube channel because she rebranded her YouTube channel from Jojo Siwa to XOMG Pop. It might be the worst name I've ever heard. How do you even pronounce that? It's XOMG Pop. I don't know. Like, how do you pronounce an X? Is it silent? Is it like a Z? ZOMG Pop? That's so 2012 Jojo Siwa. It's like something a 40-year-old would come up with and go, oh, that's cool and edgy and the teens love that. It's like emoji talk on iMessenger and BBM. BBM, I've dated myself. I'm going to die soon of old age. And this show recently has got a lot of backlash because one of the people on the show came out and said that the treatment that she received for being on it was absolutely horrific. And we'll be covering that in another part of this video because that deserves an entire segment. There is so much to go into. But it just does make me think that already tattooing your kids' arms on your name when there are people who have been in your care already and have been surrounded by people like Colleen Ballinger and your mum and having a TV show where you basically make people cry that you are a part of and running, and when you're going around and saying, look man, if people don't know what they had to go through this, they don't deserve to be famous. I just think maybe it's not the time to be a parent until you've learned some lessons and you've managed to treat other kids around you maybe slightly better. But to keep it lighthearted, we're going to look at the rebrand currently that has led us into this, that has kind of set this up and been the thing that is happening to kind of disguise people from the real truth about Jojo Siwa and the stuff she's been involved in recently. And that is her TikTok. It's a big distraction, and oh god, you'll see why. Jojo Siwa has a song coming out. And this song is a new direction for JoJo. It's not the child-friendly star that you've grown up watching, you freak. No, Jojo Siwa now is officially a bad girl.
I was a bad girl. I did some bad things.
Oh yeah, she's got a song about being a bad girl. Yes, Jojo Siwa. Yeah, this Jojo Siwa.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
Oh yeah, Jojo Siwa, we know you were a bad girl. You were mean in Dance Mums for an episode, maybe, when you were 12. You were crazy and... oh my god, wow, not Jojo Siwa. We all know her, she's crazy. What are the bad things she did? Be friends with predators on YouTube. Who's that over there who's shouting all of this stuff? Sorry, I'm gonna do it on this side. Who's that over there who's shouting all of this? Okay, it's the axe up, it was me. I was the one who said that. Well, the promotion is insane. Let's watch some of them, they're funny.
It was a matter of time before I blew it. That's all not lie, that's all not cheat, that's all not get caught, or you'll end up just like me.
Alright, Shakespeare. Thou shalt not be friends with Colleen Ballinger, steal and degrade sexual assault victims who are minors. What about that one? What about thou shalt not make kids cry for my television show? What about that one? Can you sing about that? That'd be cool. Sing about that one next. End up like you, she says. I don't know what that means. What, a very famous person who has a car with their face on it? To be fair, I'd like to avoid that. I can't drive, so I'll be okay. The comments kind of aren't taking well to the Jojo Siwa rebrand that is being used to kind of hide the atrocities that have been committed in the Siwa Foundation recently. For example, Grace commented, "Thou shalt not listen to this." Oh, you're horrible, Grace. You're so mean. Thou shalt unrelease this song. God, I don't think I'm ever going to release any music ever as a YouTuber because I think it would actually make me cry. Jojo Siwa in her Kids Bop era. Yeah, this is kind of crazy because this is maybe the most blandest, like, rebrand song. Miley Cyrus came out with the craziest rebrand song ever, right? Wrecking Ball, it literally just broke down the barriers for her. Jojo Siwa just went, I'm gonna do Shakespeare poetry and just kind of allude to the fact that I cheated on a girl. It's not the same, is it? And Jojo's trying to be like all mysterious about it, like there's some big thing coming that we're not privy to. Like we're not aware of what's about to happen. And she's been posting videos like this.
What I truly enjoy about this comment is absolutely no one does. No one knows what's happening. No one knows what's going on. I do. I know what's happening. Nobody else. It's so fun to watch.
The way she bites the burrito at the end. That should not be as fun as it is. What is that at the end? Like, why has that been left in? Just keep waiting for the video to end and then eat the burrito. I don't know. What Eddie, Freddy, Teddy, and Weddy and Betty gonna think about this when they see this? And Smeddy, Five Nights at Freddy's. Now you can kind of pinpoint when this sort of began, this kind of change in Jojo Siwa's personality and kind of the way that she approaches stuff on the internet. And I've kind of tracked it back to this video, which is a few months ago now. And tell me what you think of this. Whoa, Jojo, you gotta stop spinning. You gotta stop spinning, you might fly away. This is what bad girls be doing, by the way. This is what bad girls be doing. They be doing this in their spare time. Now the story starts to get interesting because you can see where this kind of begins, because Jojo makes a video talking about a meeting that she had with her management. And this is when you start to see the changes. I guess that's her crying at the fact that she doesn't have to wear bows anymore. She's probably over the moon. It's pulling her hairline back so far. I wouldn't want to do it anymore either. Wait, I can stop wearing all of these colors? I could walk out, I can get rid of the Jojo Siwa Jojo Bobo car? You'll let me do that and you guys won't hurt my family? Thank you. Thank you so much. But after this meeting, the new Jojo was unleashed on the world.
I got a question. If you could have one heaven phone call, this is a random heaven phone call, okay? Nothing too serious. If it was serious, I'd call grandma, grandpa, uncle I never got to meet, someone like that.
Whoa! Number one, slow down. I can't figure out what you're saying. Number two, what's with the fucking tattoo? Why are you leaning in like that, Jojo with the bobo? Do you want to show us? You clearly do. I think you want to show us. Like, hello guys, it's me, Alex. Oh, it's alright. I just had to go get like a bottle of water from downstairs. That's what I had to do, as you could see. Oh, what were those tattoos on my arm? You guys are saying? Well, I've got my 3 kids' names tattooed on my arm that I'm gonna get one day when I find sleeping mother in their house at 2 AM. They're called Bog, Dog, and Log. Bog, Dog, and Log. I can't wait to meet them. Bog, Dog, and Log. Yeah, they rhyme. They do. And also, yeah, there's a sad face because my life is sad, and then there's one of like somebody who's dead because I'm crazy and you wouldn't understand me. You wouldn't understand the hardships I've been through. Okay, I used to dance on television and I sold $400 million in bows. No, I'm joking. Jojo Siwa went through a lot of terrible stuff. She seems to be in denial about it and now putting it on other kids though. So I'm starting to lose sympathy that I actually had for her, because I generally thought that she's been preyed on by adults for like her entire life and they've made a lot of money off her, and she generally thinks that people like Colleen Ballinger and her mum care about her, and it's sad because if you cared about somebody, you wouldn't put them through all of the stuff that they did and you wouldn't do the stuff that those people did. But the tattoos are cringe.
My friend said she would call John Benet Ramsey. I feel like that's a pretty good one. Who are you calling? What are we asking? Give me your take on this.
The lead in at the end, you can't script this. It's obviously to show off the tattoos. I don't know if it's intentional and it's marketing genius, but now I permanently have this on my arm. Apparently hers are temporary and so are mine. Thank God for that, by the way. Okay, it's not coming off. I'm gonna be stuck with Dog, Bog, and Log on my arm for life. Oh, that's what I'm gonna have to call my kids. I don't know what part of the rebrand made Jojo Siwa think that looking like 2017 Jake Paul or current day Joe Exotic, and I do mean the one in prison, was part of the plan, but it is looking like that. It looks like that was kind of the mood board that the management drew up. I think after watching this video, I want to call my mum because I'm scared. My favorite thing is about how committed Jojo Siwa is into actually trying to make people believe that she's like no longer kid-friendly anymore by saying the bad words. So close your ears if you're scared of them, because Jojo Siwa posted this TikTok and oh my god, as a parent, I'm so upset. Bog and Log can't watch Jojo Siwa anymore, and Dog.
Warning, the following content is not made for children and may be disturbing or offensive to some viewers. May contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's something about influencers sitting in their car with a coffee that really seems to deeply annoy me. Why do they all do that? Now, you may be thinking, oh my god, what's coming up, Alex? What's coming up? Jojo Siwa has posted a warning. I like to imagine it's like one of those missile warnings that goes up like when America eventually gets nuked, and one of those nuclear like missiles goes up and it's like Jojo Siwa's gonna swear, and like people just cowering in their rooms, like holding their loved ones and crying. You know, she's in a Bosco era, which is why she then posted a video of her crying.
We gotta find it. I should call my mom. I don't want her to see me crying. This is so embarrassing.
She doesn't want her mum to see her crying. That's completely understandable. That's obviously why she's posted this onto TikTok and it's got 2 million likes and like nearly 20 million views or whatever. It's a secret. It's just between her and us. Her mum will never know. The build-up's getting crazy. What's about to happen? Well, strap in. Number one, don't know what you're saying, Jojo, because the instrumental to your song is playing over it. Number two, did somebody pull you out of like a time capsule from Hot Topic in 2007? She looks like one of those people who was under the bridge in that emo headbanging video. You know that scene in Harry Potter when it's like the trolley? And he goes, anything with the trolley, dear? What the fucking lot, you fucking slag. Obviously that's not what they said. I might be misremembering. It's like that, but she did that in Hot Topic. That was what I was gonna say. Editor, make it happen.
What the fucking lot, you fucking slag.
Thank you. And then Jojo Siwa posted the creepiest video ever. Genuinely, this one actually kind of scared me. I don't like it at all. Thou shalt not get caught. What did you do? Who did you kill? I don't know. Comes across like you're saying that you've done like a crime or something. I'm scared, JJ. Are you guys ready for the big reveal?
I was a bad girl. I did some bad things. I swear I did it all for fun and it meant nothing. It never happened. It was a secret.
You can't say that with that car in between your legs. It negates the whole point of the song. Imagine finding out that your famous girlfriend Jojo Siwa cheated on you because you spotted the Jojo Mobile outside somebody's house. You'd rethink everything in your life. Some of my favorite Jojo Siwa lore, by the way, is actually that Justin Bieber said he fucking hates that car. Justin Bieber win. Justin Bieber W. Jesus Christ, it's an abomination on earth and nobody should let it happen.
Another late night, another crazy mood, and I didn't think twice what it would do to you. I was a wild child, you always knew it. It was a matter of time before I blew it.
Wild child, I watched you on Dance Moms. You did absolutely everything that those parents told you to do. You didn't step out of line. Literally, as a dancer, you were very much on point. What are you referencing? Like, nobody's gonna believe this, okay? If anything, you're more of a worse adult. Like, you put people through hell on your TV show, and you collab with Colleen Ballinger, and you were mean about people who came out against her for being a freak, which she is, by the way. If anything, you've got worse now. It's not that this was in the past. This is current day. I was a wild child, she says. This is the wild child in question. Oh my god, she's crazy. Anyway, are you guys ready for the chorus reveal? Because we've got it all on TikTok, basically. I am. Oh god, I'm so excited. I bet you are too. Smash that like button. That's what people do or whatever when they're happy. Around. The reveal was that she said effed instead of the other word that is bad. That is the change. This is the bad girl. You won't even swear. Your team got on the phone and went, yep, we're gonna do a rebrand. You're gonna be like all edgy, but like not really. What? Also, what is the choreography? You're meant to be a dancer, Jojo. This looks insane. And she's posted videos like bragging about the amount of effort she's put in. She's a millennial. She's a millennial. This is what a millennial would do. Like, they would post something like this and not be aware of like how it comes across when you actually post it. It doesn't look cool. It doesn't look good. You obviously aren't practicing choreography in your house. You've set up your phone and filmed it. We know that. We know you've had to do that. You've queued up the audio. We know how it works. This is a 5-minute process. And you've got in your car, you've put the Jojo Mobile in the back, you've literally got the song like on your phone. This is hilarious, Jojo. This bad girl thing is not working. It seems like trying to turn these kids into the next Jojo Siwa, which she's tried to do with her ex-OMG YouTube channel, which was her YouTube channel, hasn't really worked. Like, she's tried to bring people through so she could make money off them. Number one, by not actually paying them fully, allegedly, but that's one thing that is discussed in the article, and that will be coming up. But also, like, it hasn't worked, so now she's back doing her own stuff, and, yeah, I don't think people are gonna buy this. I don't know, it might do okay, but I don't think it's gonna be something, it's gonna, like, be something that people really buy into. I think people are gonna kind of go, yeah, it's clearly, like, really still super safe and designed by a marketing team, and, yeah, just kind of over it with all the other stuff that's been pulled. It's no longer, oh, Jojo Siwa, she's a kid. It's like, this is an adult who's now just running the weirdest business of all time, and it seems to be hurting people. This is strange. Well, that was Jojo Siwa's TikTok. It's now time to delve into deeper things. The next part is actually quite sad. Jojo's new song is out! Yay! I bet you're all so excited for this. This is what it consisted of. Yeah, why is she doing that? Seems aggressive. The best thing about the music video being out now is that Jojo has been going on a bit of a press tour. She's been doing podcasts, she's been doing red carpets, and she's been doing new looks and dance moves. We're in for a treat. And let's just say, this rebrand is a bit of a car crash. Quickly, before we get into that, Abby Lee Miller would be deeply disturbed. I'm saying that like she's passed on. She's not, she's just in a wheelchair. She's fine, I think. Because in this music video, Jojo Siwa does like a dance move, and there's like a clear cut. And does that mean she couldn't pull it off? Does that mean Jojo Siwa is finished as a dancer? I'm just saying, man, there's a clear cut there. Did she not pull it off? What happened? We need to know. This is important and people's lives depend on it. I think we'll start off with the weirdest part about this is that Jojo did like a private kind of event where if you're a fan, you're invited in if you were like one of the true Siwanators. Because that's what they're called. You could turn up and you could listen to her new music thing. It's something that somebody like Taylor Swift has done. Not saying that these two are similar artistically. I'd actually argue that Jojo Siwa probably has more stage presence. I'm gonna be killed for that one. They're gonna get me. They're gonna get me for that one. But what happened was, is she played a song, and it actually turns out that it was written by somebody else, performed by somebody else, and the label took that song and gave it to Jojo Siwa, so it's not something that she actually wrote or made, and this happens a lot. It's a very big industry practice to have somebody write a song and then it gets passed over to another artist and they either buy the rights and they sing it and it becomes their song or whatever. It kind of sucks. It's not really like, for me, I'm like, oh man, you didn't actually make that? Oh, you know, I prefer to, you know, listen to little indie artists, that's me. But it's quite funny because Jojo Siwa like plays it off like she made it, which every artist does, but it's just hilarious because the actual artist has a TikTok up where they've released it and like showed a preview of it being their song.
I want you to listen for a very special ad-lib. Because it is about one of my exes.
I love Jojo. She loves talking about her ex-girlfriends. That's what the whole like album rollout has been about. She's desperate to talk about her exes. And it's very funny. I don't know. I guess it's part of her like, oh look, I'm edgy era that she's doing. And it's not working, but you know, keep trying.
And I will sure as hell point it out when that ad-lib comes. Don't you worry. This next song is called Choose Your Fighter.
Yeah, we can't really play any of that music because once again it's unreleased. Replace it with something kind of like, I don't know, more upbeat. Maybe something with a ukulele. Oh, Colleen Ballinger, stay away. Jojo Siwa's that way. She's like, oh, that ad-lib about one of my exes. But we know it's not. It was written by somebody completely different. It's not true, is it, Jojo?
Some of my exes are ugly. Some of my exes are vain.
So there you go. That's a clip. You can compare them. It's the same song. So yeah, I don't think the ad-lib was about an ex. It was just written by somebody. It's a generic pop song. You know, that's how it is. That's how it be. And the thing is, this whole kind of new rebranded Jojo Siwa thing she's got going on is not really working. Even on the people that she's interviewing, they don't seem to believe it. This man tries his absolute best to not laugh in her face.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
Sorry. No, I can't. I can't laugh. I can't. It feels mean. It doesn't when we get to the second part of the video where we talk about what she did to the kids on her TV show. But I feel mean right now because she's like, oh, I'm changing, man. I'm not the Jojo Siwa that I was before. She doesn't want to be known as a child for her whole life. And I get it. It's understandable, okay? I get that. But you can't go out there and go, I've changed, by the way, I've changed. Everything's different, I've changed. I changed the world. I changed everything. I was the first person ever to do this. I changed. By the way, please believe me. I swear, if I just say it, then maybe people will believe it's going to come true. That's not how rebrands work. You've got to do stuff, let it sit, be quiet. Let your actions speak louder. Because this is what somebody would do who hasn't changed. This is what somebody would do who's desperate to put themselves in a new pocket so they can evolve their career, and they're worried about being left behind. And you think, could the PR get any worse for Jojo Siwa? Could her press rollout actually make her look any worse than she already does? Well, yes, because she was caught cutting people off in traffic. And you may go, Alex, how would somebody know that Jojo Siwa was cutting somebody off in traffic? But I think you already know the answer. It's the car. Look at the car. Jojo, if you're gonna like run people off the road and cut people off in traffic, don't do it in the Jojo Bobo car. Don't do it in that one. Everybody will know. But this is the least inconspicuous vehicle ever. Could you imagine like trying to pull off a heist in there? Oh, I wonder who did it. They got away. There was only one clue. Oh, what was that? We saw the number plate. No, we saw the car. What do you mean? That's no use. It could be any car like that. It looked like this. Oh, it's Jojo Siwa again. She should stop robbing banks. Also, Jojo Siwa was meant to be a professional dancer. That's meant to be what she's good at. So somebody please explain to me what this is. Like, I don't know what that is. Is that a fit? Is that something you need to be checked out for? Is everything okay? And Jojo really can't help but try and talk herself into this rebrand. It's like a big thing. She really wants people to know. So she's now started comparing herself to other celebrities who have gone through era-defining changes. Enjoy.
Honestly, I wanted to make art that made people go, what? Similar to Miley Cyrus Bangers, Britney Spears' Slave for You. That for me was very important that I brought back Crazy.
Yeah, was it? Was that important to bring back Crazy? By dressing up like this? By the way, which is like the most Jojo Siwa outfit ever, by the way. I know there's no bow, but this is like on brand. It's out there, it's flashy. It's hardly a big change. I honestly think if she'd have just turned up in like a t-shirt and looked normal, that would have been like considerably more of like a, oh wow, she's no longer this like crazy celebrity, like kind of like made in a laboratory, meant to be famous creature. No, she's a person. But instead she's gone, what do? We just do Jojo Siwa but gothic. And even that's an insult to goths. Like the whole thing is just like not believable at all. Like nobody's buying this. I don't think anybody's buying this in any way, shape or form. Right? I'm not. And I don't think anybody is on Twitter either. And those are the people that matter. Yeah, I don't know. There is a big difference between these two pictures. This is not really the same thing. She's got a snake and she's friends with Colleen Ballinger. So actually maybe quite similar. And then if you thought, oh, you know, this isn't really working. We need to do something to grab people's attention, right? Somebody sat in a boardroom, a 55-year-old man with Jojo Siwa going, we need to really think about something that we could do that would make people believe that you've changed, that you're edgy, you no longer got that child brand friendly image. Why don't we do this? What? Whose idea was it to send her to a sex shop and have her leave holding a plushie of old things? Because that's a plushie of a willy. Oh no! Sound the alarm! Parents everywhere screaming, Don't put on that Jojo bow! She was holding a huge willy! It's gonna be made into, it's gonna be carnage in the streets of LA! And then a black bag with a receipt with a big list on. Alright, okay, that's a fucking big list. And it's pointed towards the camera. And by the way, they clearly phoned up the paparazzi and gone, I'm gonna be outside the sex shop, by the way, it's Jojo Siwa, come and take pictures. This is staged. This is clearly staged. She is dressed up, she's got the merchandise on, she is ready. Like, this is the most staged picture ever. I can't believe it. This is like the most poorly done, like, PR run in history. I've never seen something that's like more obvious, that like is so clearly orchestrated by a bunch of idiots in a room at some PR company. It's bad. It's done badly. And then just the forcing it. It's so forced. Like, there's another TikTok with an interview on a red carpet and she's just forcing it again.
I was like, this is what I want. She is my #1 idol. I was like, I want to do what she did with Bangers. I want to have that moment. And I mean, look, I'm flattered that the world even can compare that. That's crazy to me.
Nobody's done that. Nobody's compared it to Miley Cyrus. Nobody's compared it to bangers. People are going, it's obviously trying to be that, but it's failing at every single step. This is not working. Like, I almost wish she'd have come to me for this, okay? Alright, I could have done a better job at this rebrand. I could have done a great job. I'd have been like, make hyperpop. Yeah, just pretend to be ordinary if you can. Stop being friends with Colleen Ballinger and James Charles. And then she did another, like, TikTok red carpet thing for iHeartRadio. And like, what is this voice? I can't watch this without laughing. I want to cry.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes.
Oh? Dream guest on my podcast? Dream guest on my podcast? Honestly, let's spice things up. I'd be one of my exes. Jojo, it's not working. Oh, it's not working. I can't believe it. It's just, this is not how it's... Oh, it's not how it's gonna go. I get it. You know, I do get it. Everybody's got to that point where they don't want to be what they were associated with before for multiple reasons, whether it's trauma or just wanting to move on with your life and, you know, wanting to be something different. And the thing is, like, ordinary people, I guess, get to just shed whatever they were and you can become whatever you want to be just on a whim because nobody cares. Whereas Jojo Siwa, we're watching. We all have an idea of what Jojo Siwa is. And if you try and break out of that, it's hard for people to do that. It's hard to have a rebrand. I did say normal people, by the way, as a compliment, because this is not normal. And I understand that. But oh my god, this is a car crash. And it's in the Jojo Bobo car, which probably should be crashed. Okay, and now we're back for the final part of the video, which is Jojo Siwa's big controversy that is going on right now. This is more serious. We gotta add a laugh by looking at the rebrand, but I'm pretty sure the rebrand has been made to hide this article that came out about Jojo Siwa, which is damning about the TV show that she was running. Jojo Siwa started a YouTube channel, filled it up with a bunch of girls, and had a TV show running where she kind of like went through and trained them into being the next Jojo Siwa, which, if we've seen the first half of this video, you might want to avoid. But the allegations made against Jojo Siwa are actually terrifying. A former member of XOMG Pop, that's the name by the way, you could tell the same people came up with that, came up with JoJo's new rebrand. They alleged to Rolling Stone that she was mistreated during her time in Jojo Siwa's girl group. The bubbly pop act, with an initial lineup ranging from ages 8 to 14, was formed by JoJo and her mummager, Jessalyn. Yeah, JoJo calls her mum a mummager. Is that not a red flag? Is that not like a big red flag, right? That's scary. Why is she so involved? She's a manager, is she? What did she know before she work with her own daughter? Like, what type of managing experience does she have? Probably none, and that's probably a bad mix. It goes on to say that the Sandersons allege that participants of the show were subjected to insults from Jessalyn and JoJo, grueling rehearsal schedules, and a cutthroat environment that pitted the young contestants against each other. Now, does that remind you of anything? Does that remind you of a certain show where people would dance and their mums would be horrible? Can't quite put my finger on it, but I think one of those might exist. I recently did a full video on Dance Moms. I watched it with a couple friends of mine, and it's on this channel, and it was like one of the worst things ever. It's just parents making kids cry, and it's clearly done to encourage ratings on TV shows. And obviously, JoJo knows that. She was on it. She was one of the kids. Instead of growing up and wanting to change that, it seems like she's gone, this is a great way to make money. And she's learned from it and recreated it on her own TV show. Multiple unnamed sources close to Dance Pop Revolution told Rolling Stone that producers actively tried to make kids cry on camera. This is everything that goes against what Jojo Siwa stands for. That's what a representative says. I would like to rebuke that with the fact that Jojo Siwa recently called out previous contestants of Dance Moms for not turning up to a reunion.
Them not being here is kind of like, let me erase my past, pretend it never happened, shove it down the drain, when it's like, that's why you are who you are.
She literally is mocking people for the fact that they won't do the Dance Mum reunion. Whereas if you've seen the show, a lot of the kids on there, they were like genuinely like put through crazy amounts of abuse. Like every single week of their life, made to compete, and some of them were just like 9, 10 years old. So is it a surprise that some of them who've gone off and had a career don't want to come back to that? Why is that something that surprises you, Jojo? Why are you attacking people for that? And then, on top of that, Jojo Siwa went on a podcast and defended her friend Colleen Ballinger, who allegedly groomed a bunch of teenagers. And she then went on and just dubbed the people as, like, fake victims.
The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far, that it's
So with all of that, and the fact that Jojo Siwa posted a video recently where she called like James Charles her friend and was like, oh, I told him to post a TikTok to my song, which, you know, do we even have to go into that? It makes you look at all of this and go, is this far-fetched? I don't really know. Leia, who has a disability, recalls bleeding through her belly button for a rehearsal, and instead of having Leia take a break, Jesselyn told her to put a maxi pad on it to protect her costume. So you can see what they value. Is it the kids? Or is it making money and performing? They also made her come back to work before the physician had recommended her recovery. So they made her dance. And I guess the reason she did dance is because if she didn't, she wouldn't be able to make it into the group, which is horrific. These people aren't looking after kids. And Jojo, as somebody who, you know, was one of these children who went through that, it seems like all she thinks is that this is what you have to go through to become famous. And if you can't cut it, then you're one of the weak ones. This person has a disability. 4 of the original 7 members in the lineup have left the group over the past year and a half. I guess that really tells you all you need to know. Now, I really wanted to touch on the friendship that Jojo Siwa still has with problematic adults who are accused of being inappropriate around children. She's got 2 friends like this, maybe a third if you count Shane Dawson, who she's still pretty tight with. So, no, it's a collection. What a motley crew. But what she said on the Howie Mandel podcast was just very odd. And the way that she spoke about Colleen Ballinger, who actually admitted to doing everything that she did whilst posting a ukulele song, is just very strange.
Are you friends with Colleen Ballinger still?
Yeah,
What do you say about that?
I've known Colleen since I was 12.
First of all, let's just point something out there. Known her since she was 12. Colleen Ballinger has known Jojo since she was 12. So obviously she's relatively groomed her into being friends with her because that's what she did with loads of other kids. That's what she's being accused of. So Jojo is one of the people who is actually probably a victim of Colleen Ballinger's very strange behavior for an adult. You shouldn't be making friends with kids. I mean, working with each other occasionally, hey, you know, that's Hollywood, baby. But, you know, actually forming a real relationship without the parent around, strange behavior. And when you look at the videos they posted, even weirder. Yeah, look at this. Teaching Miranda how to twerk. Jojo's Juice 7 years ago. What, she's, 20 now? You do the mathematics. So I don't really think Jojo's the person who should be talking on this, really. If anything, these adults should be trying to help her come to her senses and understand maybe that this isn't normal and she shouldn't be friends with loads of adults. But then nobody can make money off her, can they?
You kind of met her when you were young?
I was 12 when I met her. And she's always been nothing but kind to me. Her family, nothing but kind to me. I think it's the first time that I've talked about this, so I just want to make sure I say my exact piece that I want to say. The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it.
Okay, number one, the one thing about this lie is that she admitted to doing it. So, not really a lie. Number 2, everything is screenshotable and it's being accused that she was in Twitter group chats with minors, which she was, and she was being inappropriate in them, which she was, which she once again had apologized for and taken responsibility for, even after that weird ukulele song. So, yeah, Jojo, I think what you're saying is actually the lie.
I've had that happen to me, and I know Colleen very, very, very well, and I think the work that Colleen has done for the internet is incredible. I think her creativity is incredible.
Yeah, the creativity of twerking with a 13-year-old girl, that is incredible. That is the Mona Lisa of YouTube content. A bit like how her friend Shane, he was so great. Do you remember Shanae? A work of pure art, I would say. Oh, Mozart, eat your heart out, mate. And James Charles, oh god, that work he did when he did the makeup and that. Chef's kiss. The Mount Rushmore of YouTube offenders. And here's the sucker punch. Are you ready for what Jojo Siwa says about these people? She accuses everybody who came out about Colleen Ballinger to be a liar.
I mean, for real, grooming it's a very sensitive thing.
It is real grooming. I mean, Jojo Siwa also would be one of those people. She goes on to say about how like Colleen Ballinger was really nice to her for ages, is like her best friend since she was 12. That's not normal. It's not normal behavior. That's not what adults should be doing with kids who aren't their own or adjacent to the family. It's strange. Okay, it's not normal. And you can see that her view on children seems to be warped with like her TV show and with this Colleen Ballinger stuff. Like, she doesn't really seem to like feel about protecting kids too much. She seems to be like, I was like made to be like an adult when I was 12, so other kids should be treated like an adult, and every kid thinks they should be treated like an adult, but this is why they're not.
I became her friend, and she became my friend, and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber, and I idolized that.
She's not really a genius if she was caught sending sexual DMs to people in a group chat about like 14-year-olds and asking them to like be weird and talk to them about their sex life. That's not really what I would describe a genius as doing. But hey, each to their own. Or maybe not, actually. No, not each to their own. We'll lay that one down. That's the law. It just seems like Jojo Siwa has an incredibly huge disconnect between what she went through and the fact that she believes that she came out okay and now thinks that everybody else is either a liar or a spoiled brat or jealous. And it's a big thing that happens to people, like it's big celebrity syndrome. They think, oh man, yeah, everything's all good for me and it all went well for me, which means nobody else could possibly have had a terrible experience on this TV show where they shout at kids and make them cry, or with Colleen Ballinger who makes friends with 12-year-olds, or with my friend James Charles who DMs people without really checking their age, allegedly. You know, that is silly. Why do you think all of those people have multiple allegations against them? It's not like it's one and it was fleeting. It's loads of people. It's loads of people. Like, I don't understand, right, being able to play something off as like a lie or the internet being silly when it's like multiple people. What, do they all just corroborate that story together? Do they all just come together and collab on that and do like a cool corroboration? That was the word I was looking for. Shush. I don't get it. I don't get what the thought process there. It's just denial, I guess, to protect your famous friends so you can stay famous, you can make money off each other, and then you all kind of like defend each other and nothing can really go wrong. I guess it's like protecting the abusers and then everybody can abuse. That's kind of what it seems like to me, because everybody's going to have an article come up against them. So if you were there for that person, they'll be there for you when your one comes out. I guess that's how it works. It's a shame. I don't think Jojo Siwa realizes that a lot of the stuff she has done and the people she's friends with have caused actual like damage to children. That's pretty messed up. But good luck with the rebrand, Jojo. It's not working. Maybe it needs a little bit more finesse. Maybe it needs to be less obvious. Maybe it needs to be less in the face, which I don't know if Jojo Siwa can do less in your face. That's kind of been her whole thing. If you guys want me to go into more stuff, do more of a deep dive, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and we will come back and we can look at more stuff that's been going on, because there's so much. There's so much to look at. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what is currently going on with the Jojo Siwa rebrand. Or maybe you leave more confused, like I do. See you guys in a video soon. Bye.